Okay, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to get a prompt like this, and we're going to capture the response, the user response on this prompt. So if I write soup song and I click OK, then you will see that I have done something with this response. So I gave in the input soup song and I have done something with that input, right? So this video is just about capturing that input and doing something with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and start our new Google Sheet. And yeah, let's go ahead and start our new Google Sheet. Click on extensions, click on app script, wait for it to open, and yeah, there's already something here, so let's remove this. Okay, so let's start by getting the spreadsheet app, which is basically the spreadsheet API that you can use to basically manipulate your Google Sheet. So one thing, let me get this out of the way, is that AppScript is basically JavaScript syntax. So if you're like familiar with JavaScript in any way, that would be great. You'll be able to follow along much better, understand it much better. But in any case, it's not going to be that difficult, as I'll be explaining this, so you'll be able to understand the like what the code is doing. And basically I'll also show you that Google actually provides this code right on their website, so you can just copy paste it and do it as well. But yeah, let's just go ahead with it and store our reference to spreadsheet app here. So because we're going to get the UI of spreadsheet, because an alert or a prompt is a UI element, so we have to get the UI. So we'll use spreadsheet app dot UI, no, get UI, and yeah. So now let's see what all can we do with this UI. So basically UI dot, and you can see that I have these many things that I can do. By the way, this is same as writing spreadsheet app dot get UI, and then you can see that it is basically the same thing. So what I've done is I've just written all of this as UI and nothing else. So let's see what can we do. Let's start with an alert, and let's see what it says. So alert, and you can give it a string, so it will display that string. So let's give it a string called this is an alert, and yeah, you save it, Control S, or you can also click this button over here. Let's run this, and if I come to my sheet, you can see that we have this is an alert. Okay, great. So now that we can do this, let's see what other things that I can do. So I do UI dot, we want a prompt dialog. Prompt takes actually let's click here. It takes a title string, the second argument is your prompt string, and the third is your buttons. Okay, so let's start with a title string. First one, let's get to know. Okay, so I made an error here. So basically what I did is, when I do this, it basically closes the string here, and then S is not part of the string, because this is where it is getting closed. So we have to use escape character, so that I'm telling my code to not look at this as the closing quotation mark. So this will be my closing now. You can see it is the red line, the error line has disappeared. So yeah, let's get to know each other. So this is our first string. Second is your prompt string. So prompt string is what is your name? What is your name? The third thing that we want to give it is the buttons. So UI dot button set. Now by default it's going to be okay, but we want it to be okay and cancel. So we will select this, and yeah, let's see what this does. We save this, we run this, hopefully everything will be fine, and it asks what is your name. I say soup song and clicked OK, and the execution is complete because we are not doing anything with it right now. So let's store this in something. Let's call it for variable result, and yeah, let's do something with this now. So we're saying that if we get result dot get selected button, so then we do close this. Actually, let's use this, and let's do a logger dot log. Basically we are just trying to log what we are getting here. So I'm just gonna remove this, not necessary. Save this, Control S, save. Let's run this. Soup song. Okay. So yeah, the selected button was okay. Let's see what happens if we select another button. Instead of selecting anything, let's click cancel. Get cancel. Okay, great. You must have noticed that there was another thing as well. Select dot get response text. Let's see what this does. Run. Soup song, and you can see that we got the response text. So now we know that we need to use this to get the response text. So we do variable text equals result. We've already copied it. Result dot get response text, right? And now we can just log this text, and you will see that it works the same. Run soup song. Okay, and we get the soup song. So we have saved that text in our variable called text. Now let's do an alert. UI dot alert, and I want the alert to be your hello, and I want to concatenate the text with this, but I also want a full stop at the end. Actually, better than a full stop would be an exclamation, little cheerful vibe going on. Let's do this. Run. Soup song. Okay, hello soup song. So yeah, this is something that we have done now, but we are still prone to errors. So let's say if I do this run, and I click OK, I get hello, nothing, right? Again, not an ideal thing. We want to do something about it. Another thing is if we click this and we click cancel, we again get nothing, right? And it completes. So we don't want to do that. So first thing what we want to do is start an if, like wrap all of this in an if else ladder. So if my so if you remember, we used result dot get selected button, and we saw that what did we get? We get okay, and we get cancel. So okay, and if we get okay, that is the only time I want to get the text and give this alert. Else what I want to do is, because there is the only thing that is there, the only possibility that is there apart from okay is if the user has clicked cancel or nothing, right? But let's just use else if and give it another result dot get selected button, and if this is equal to cancel, then I want again another alert, and I want this alert to say I didn't escape character get your name. And let's see what happens now. Do Control S, run this. Soup, and okay, hello soup, amazing. Let's run this again. I do cancel, I click cancel, and I didn't get your name. Should close the execution now. Oh, okay, I haven't clicked OK here. Click OK, execution is completed. Again, let's see whether when I click OK with nothing in here, I'll still get this. So there are layers that you can get into. You can also get into this that only give OK if the text, so you can basically do and text is not equal to blank, only then do this. And we can remove this, because in any other case we want to say I didn't get your name. Control S, run this. Let's see if we run into any error out here. Song, click OK, hello song, great. Let's run this and click OK. I didn't get your name, amazing, this works. So yeah, this is how you capture the response. So basically use UI.prompt, you set your buttons. If you don't set anything, it will just be OK and nothing else. You use text, and then use the .get response text for this result, and after that you just do a little checks so that you don't run into any errors or unexpected behavior. Now let me show you what Google also tells you to do the same thing. It's out there, and it's pretty good documentation. You can go ahead and read it. So if you use Google Sheets app script, extending Google Sheets, will this work? Okay. And if you come here and if you look at menus, dialogues and sidebars, you will see this dialog sidebars in Google Workspace. And this is what we have done just now. Let's get to know each other. Please enter your name, and we have OK cancel. It is similar to your window.prompt that you use in JavaScript for the client side delivery within a web browser. And basically until you click OK or cancel, it like pauses the execution on the backend. And this is exactly what we have done. We stored the spreadsheet app.getUI in the variable called UI, and it says same variations because basically you can use it in your document app, because you can also do the same thing in documents, you can also do the same thing in slides, and you can also do the same thing in forms. So if you're using document, you just write document app. If you're using slides, you do slides app. If you use form, you use form app. And we were using Google Sheets, so we did Sheets app. So spreadsheet app we did. We got a result, and we gave the user a prompt. The prompt was this, and we set the buttons to OK and cancel, and then we process the user's response. If the user clicked OK, if the user clicked cancel, if the user clicked X in the title bar. So the reason I did not do this one is because if you see, there is no more X, so that's slightly outdated. There used to be a small X over here to close this, and it's not here anymore. But the user can click outside anywhere, but we don't need to check that because we have already done that. If these two conditions are not met, then for anything else just say I didn't get your name, because these are the only two conditions that we have to check where the user will give some response, right? So that is why we are checking that. But basically you can just copy paste this and check this as well. So let's do that as well, right? Let's copy this and we pasted that. We control S, run, and hopefully we will not run into any problems. And it says please enter your name again, Song, and we click OK, and it says your name is Song. So we can just copy paste that as well and make slight changes to that as well. I'm gonna revert back to my response. Okay, hopefully this was useful. If you have any suggestions for me, how would you want me to break down this these concepts, and if you have any specific asks that okay, you are trying to do something and you want me to basically create write a script for it and explain that on the video, I can do that as well. Yeah, so let me know. I hope this was useful, and yeah, peace.